So you might be in a position where for some reason your AirPods are just not staying in your ear. Now, what does this mean? Well, essentially, maybe you're running around and maybe you're putting these AirPods in your ears, but these AirPods are not staying in your ears at all. Now, the first thing that I would recommend doing, in my opinion, and one of the main things that happens to me, is that with my AirPods, especially my AirPod Pros, these just naturally don't fit in my ear that well. And the main reason for that is because of these ear tips. Typically, with the standard ear tips that come inside of your AirPod Pros, they don't fit in your ear that well in the first place. So they may not fit. I mean, some of you may be perfect. So what I would recommend doing is actually replacing these AirPod Pro tips. It's a pretty easy process. You just kind of, take them off and you put them back on. Make sure you don't tear anything up. And essentially that is the first thing I'd recommend doing is replacing these AirPod Pro tips if you have AirPod Pros. Now, if you don't have AirPod Pros, and let's say you have the standard AirPods, well, the next thing you may just want to do and make sure is that your specific AirPods, first of all, are fairly clean on the outside. My AirPod case is very dirty, but my AirPod Pros or my AirPods in general are typically clean. And the reason for that is because I keep my ears kind of clean too. So my ears, usually aren't that clean if I'm being honest, but whenever I put AirPod Pros or Android AirPods in, my ears are usually clean then, which is kind of interesting. So make sure your ears are clean. Make sure they're not like super full of like earwax and whatnot. Clean out as much as you can. Not, make sure you do it without cotton swabs or anything like that. And then what I would recommend doing is putting your ears, in your AirPods back in your ear and then taking them out. If you take your AirPods out and every time they are just full of earwax and just nasty stuff, well, that is probably going to be the main issue why your AirPods are also not staying in your ear that well, is because you have a bunch of stuff, built up over time in your ears. So you may want to go ahead and get your ears cleaned professionally somewhere. That might be the best thing you want to do there. And that is probably the next thing I recommend doing in that situation. Now, if they're still not staying in your ears that well, then you may actually end up having some other issues with your AirPods. Maybe they are malfunctioning, maybe they weren't built in properly, maybe there's something wrong with, like I said, the AirPods, and maybe they're not, maybe they're wet or something like that. You may want to check those things out too, but those are the main reasons and ways to go and fix this. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.